Well, actually, we bought a package of 10, and have spent the last 5 years kind of cultivating those stores and bringing them up to what we believe are the Popeye standards, and done pretty well. We've also added another a package of 9 units, 6 in Georgia and 3 in North Carolina. No, it's been a great experience. It really has. It's a lot of work, but it's been good, and we've had a good time doing it. We have an opportunity to really impact people's lives, so I've enjoyed it. We have 20 units. We have 11 in Houston, 6 in Georgia, and 3 in North Carolina. Ours are in Georgia and North Carolina. They're not in kind of concentric markets. We have stores that start at the top of the state, go all the way down to the bottom of the state. In North Carolina, we have 2 in Fayetteville and 1 in Tarboro, and we're building another one in Greenville, North Carolina. Three things. First, the opportunity, the economic opportunity. Obviously, the more stores you have, the lower your costs are, and the more money you make. Second, new stores, especially in the last 2 years, we've seen a huge spike in terms of revenue for new stores. So it's really something that, as an operator, owner, it makes you want to look into it a little more. And then three, we think in North Carolina we needed some more stores because we're not penetrated in North Carolina from a Popeyes perspective, and so we wanted to add more stores to North Carolina to kind of enhance the Popeyes image in the area. I probably have a different background than most in the food business. Both my partner and I are kind of financiers, if you will. Spend a lot of time on the financial side, have engineering backgrounds, so not a traditional Popeyes kind of guy, but that has pluses as well, because we also bring a different perspective to the business. So the way we look at things may not be the way restaurateurs look at it, which is not bad. It's just different. So, and I think it's helped us in our ability to kind of bring technology to the Popeyes brand, and also kind of bring new energy. So. It's great. Having 20 units, obviously you can't be everywhere at once. So you got to rely on the tools that they provide to you to help bring your people up to speed. So, we haven't had any problems. We've got several training stores that we utilize to train our people. So, Popeyes has been great, and things continue to get better as time goes on too. So we've been very, very happy with the training and support we've received from Popeyes. Well, my family's from New Orleans, so I knew the brand very well. I love the food. So, when you're kind of lining up what you want to do and how you want to do it, if you're going to play in this space, there are a couple things that you should look for. One, the longevity of the product. And what I mean by that is, do people really like the food? And Popeyes has a cult following. And if you meet people that have Popeyes, they will always support Popeyes because they just love the food. And then the other thing you want to look at is the economic opportunity. Are you going to make money? And obviously, chicken's cheaper than beef. So from my perspective, that was one of the things I looked at. And then the other thing that you want to kind of assess is, where are the growth opportunities? Popeyes is not a deeply penetrated brand in the U.S. It's kind of been segmented in the Southeast, and we have stores in the West, but it's really not penetrated. So you have a lot of growth opportunities in the brand. So. My family is from New Orleans, so I grew up eating Popeyes and love it. So it's being familiar with the brand really helped. And so, my partner, when we got together, he knew the brand, but he was from a different part of the country and really didn't have the real understanding of Popeyes. And so, and Popeyes carries a lot of tradition, a lot of New Orleans culture. So bringing people up to speed in that, and the whole Louisiana cuisine, how it's kind of taken over the U.S., really helps. People like to sometimes kind of mischaracterize it as hot. It's not hot in terms of heat. I mean, it's easy to make hot food, but what you want to do is make flavorful food, and that's where I think people in Louisiana have kind of a step ahead of the rest of the country, because they really put their heart and soul. It's kind of like soul food. They put their heart and soul into the food. No different than a lot of the people from other cultures. If you look at the Mediterranean, if you look at the people in Cuba, they put their soul into the food that they eat, and it's the same in New Orleans. So when Popeyes was founded, the guys were the food was a part of them, and they wanted to share that experience with people. And that's what you kind of get when you go to New Orleans. That's what you go. When you go to New Orleans, what are you going to do? You're going to go eat. So. I mean, they love it. I mean, in Houston, we run a 99-cent Tuesday. If we were to stop 99-cent Tuesdays, there'd be civil war in Houston. It's a huge day, and everybody goes to Popeyes on Tuesdays and throughout the week, but we see them all on Tuesday. I would say it's really strange, because in Houston everybody loves the spicy. In Georgia, North Carolina, everybody eats the mild. But I think the way we make the food, the way we marinate it, just really how we put kind of the tender love and care on the back. It's not like a prepackaged, here you go, burger. It's where you have to do some cooking, and so I think that's kind of separates us from the pack.